Good day to you on this Friday in the 5th week of Easter. We are closing in on the last couple of weeks of these great 50 days, and I hope and pray that the series of celebrating it being always Easter here at the Episcopal Church of the Advent, that's been a blessing for you. I'm going to read a portion of the gospel passage that is assigned for today's daily office lectionary from Luke's gospel, and then the foreword, and then I just want to offer a thought or two on this. This is from the 8th chapter of the Gospel of Luke. As Jesus stepped out on land, a man of the city who had demons met him. For a long time he had worn no clothes, and he did not live in a house, but in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he fell down before him and shouted at the top of his voice, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment me." For Jesus had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For many times it had seized him. He was kept under guard and bound with chains and shackles, but he would break the bonds and be driven by the demon into the wilds. And then it continues with this passage from the forward day by day, instead of reading the entire story. The passage for today is the 35th verse of the 8th chapter. Then the people of the village came out to see what had happened. And when they came to Jesus, they found the man from whom the demons had gone sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind. And they were afraid. Jesus cast the demons out of the unclothed and wild man in the land of the Gerasenes, and the people are afraid. Fear of the unknown is a dangerous double-edged sword, and it is perfectly exemplified in this scenario. On one hand, what Jesus has done is unheard of. It is unthought of. Casting out demons? What kind of miracle worker or magician could perform such an act? In a way, the fear of the townspeople is understandable, a natural response. But when they give in to the fear and ask Jesus to leave, they miss the opportunity of a lifetime to come to know Jesus in the flesh as Savior, as Holy Comforter, and healer of body and mind and soul. Let us not respond to unexpected miracles with the fear of these citizens, but with the joy and trust of the man at Jesus' feet. The question asked of us as we read this reflection is fear keeping you from seeing the handiwork of God? Pray for new eyes to see. We have heard it often said about people being blinded by fear or blinded by love, or somehow or another, something in our life or in the world about us is keeping us from seeing the true reality. I think sometimes that's the case with God and the case with our faith, that something in our life, it might be fear, it might be anticipation, it might be that we're just not paying attention, can come and interfere with our ability to see the goodness, the love, the healing, the forgiveness, all of these that are part of the Easter reality that we live in. And sometimes that Easter reality becomes less visible. We lose our focus. Or sometimes it's just hard to see it. I've often said, and I certainly did in my Easter sermon, about placing ourselves where we are more likely to experience and see the risen Christ. Yes, sometimes it's beyond our control, but we can also help allow that to happen by placing ourselves and participating in and doing things that are conducive to that, or that encourage or welcome that, or where we're just might likely and luckily be in the right place at the right time. I hope that if you are able, that you will come to this wonderful church. It is always the right time, and it is always the right place. And Jesus is here. Thanks. God bless you and keep you. And remember that you are loved.